And hello, my sweet Netherlings. Get on in here, you lovable bunch. Get on in here. It's good to see you. How goes it? How goes it? Let me shuffle a little bit to the right. How are you doing? Get on in here. Get on in here. Oh, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while since we last had this lovely little event, this lovely little time of ours. Hi. You still have your crown on? Nice. Yes, I still have my crown. I also have my Netherling on my shoulder as well, and the wing is back. I brought everything back, you know? And so I thought, why not look my absolute best, you know? Hi Zanny, I called your stream today since I was busy on the stream, but I hope your stream was fun. It was. I had fun. The king's still wearing the crown. I can't get rid of this. It's cute. I think I'm gonna keep this on for a little while. Hi. Come on in. It's lovely to see you all again. You know I love doing these streams. You know I love the little Friday, Saturday night drinks, all the little drinking streams, you know? And I really do enjoy this. It's a rare treat for me. And heck, we do this like once a month, maybe a little less than once a month. So heck, it's good. It's a nice little time for us to get together, unwind, have some fun, chat, and see what's up, you know? I really do enjoy it. It's nice to see you again. I missed your face. Oh, how goes it? And of course, before we begin, a big thank you to Mika for the gifted membership. Always appreciated, you absolute little troublemaker. And 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻, let's go. Thank you for the super. Netherlings are coming in. Cheers for the drinks. Cheers to you. Thank you very much. And of course, Askoff, thank you for the gifted membership. Let's go. Welcome. Let's see if he tries to put his mic into his mouth again. No mic in mouth this time, I promise. No mic in mouth, okay? I won't try and put my mic in my mouth again. I absolutely promise. But I hope you've all been doing well, okay? I hope you've all been looking after yourselves. I hope that this week hasn't been too jam-packed and busy for you, okay? Because I know that it's been a little bit crazy, but also in like 10 minutes, we're gonna hit 27,000 subs as well, which is crazy. We're like 5 people off, which is absolutely mad. We're like 5 people off hitting that. So heck, if you've got a friend that's been on the fence of joining, they could do it. Oh, we really did just speed run 25 to 27, didn't we? We just absolutely did. You all went a little bit wild for that, didn't you? Thank you all so much. Thank you. No, huge love to all of you. All the Netherlings, all of the Pipsqueaks, the Dewdrops, the Lunarists, and of course the Roscals that are here. Huge love to all of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's go. Now, my question is, how much trouble are we going to get into this stream? That's a big question. There's always a little bit of trouble, but I do like seeing how far it goes. Fortunately, I haven't touched any of the alcohol yet, but I figured now would be a good time to crack our honorary first drink. And let me know if you're joining me in indulging in one of your vices this evening. Hey, little wolf, Paparino. Hey, my Paparino, thank you very much for the 5 gifted members. Let's go. Thank you, Paparino. Drinking screwdrivers again? Damn straight. All right, this first one is for you, little wolf. First one's for you. Actually, wait a second. Let me do this. So we've opened the bottle, tip that a little bit in. We're not going to have the thing happen last time where I get distracted by something and then just drink straight liquor. We're not going to do that. This time we have a plan. There's the orange juice. There it is. There you go. And of course, that Flamin'. Hey, a Flamin'. What's up, Flamin'? Flamin' with the Yoshi marks. Hi, Zanny. I'm at work, so drink for me. Love to you all, my fellow Netherlings, and to you, Zanny. Well, first of all, okay, cheers to all of you, my Netherlings. Another week, Another time we've been through this, and of course, much love to all of you. And of course, this first. And of course, this second little sip is for Paparino. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted members. And of course, for Flamin'. Cheers to both of you. Kampai, kampai. Oh, I love that. Great way to end a working week. Working week? It's Saturday. The grind never ends. The grind never ends. Hey, Mika, joining in with some late night ramen and plum liquor. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Oh, look at you go. I really am tempted. Go on. Go ahead. Let me be the devil on your shoulder. Let me tempt you in. Trust me, temptation's my favorite game. Oh, yeah, indeed. Oh, yeah. Flamin', thank you for the gifted member, you absolute cutie. Thank you very, very much. And cheers to those who have joined the Netherbranded. A lot of people have joined the Netherbranded, whether it was gifts or whether they discovered me organically as well this week, which is really, really cool. Really, really, really cool. It's very, very cool. So thank you all so much. I'm really, really proud. I'm very proud of the last month, I would say. The last 2 months, 3 months. I'm really proud of the last fucking 6 months. Let's say that. I keep going, oh, well, I'm proud of last month. I'm proud of this month. You know what? I'm just downing this one. Let's get me steamed early. All right, let's speed run this. 1 second. Oh, whoa. Ooh. Call me Evanescence, because that woke me up inside. 6 months of Avalon. 6 months of Avalon. Yippee, indeed. We're almost at 6 months. It's... No way. Is that like 2 weeks exactly to go until 6 months to the day from debut, which is crazy. Crazy. Like, I did not think that things would go this well starting off. I kind of figured that everything would happen, it would catch fire, and then it would be like, okay, we did our thing. But, woo, any plans? Mane-san will beat me to death. I cannot answer that. I can't answer that. The Dark Overlords will get the chancla out and they will whap me over the head repeatedly with it. They will do that. They won't stop. They will just keep bonking me. Okay. Listen, everyone here knows. I'm the one that fights them. I'm the one that does the headbutting with the Dark Overlords, okay? Out of the group, I'm the one that does that for everyone else. But even then, I'm not gonna Zanny Holland anything this stream, alright? I can't Zanny Holland that hard. No Zanny Holland allowed tonight. True. No Zanny Holland tonight, okay? I'm waiting for someone to pull out like a bingo card of like Zanny, you know, another one of those bingo cards, because oof. Why am I that predictable? It's cute. How brave of you. Come into my web. I hope that you're doing wonderfully though. We know you too well. You do. That's the thing. I didn't expect to be able to get read to filth by all of you so well, you know? Oh, you got a quote for your first tattoo. Congratulations. You never forget your first. I actually got a really nice rib piece for mine. I'm hoping to get another soon, actually. I want to get another before the year's out, maybe start of next year. I keep putting it off though because I'm like, I've got to find a guy that does it the right way, and like the problem is I'm always really, really nervous because I see people with like really dodgy tattoos, and not even like good tattoos, like, or like people like celebrities or like TV people. I just see people who I know and they've got dodgy tattoos, and I'm like, you know, I'm like, oh, who did your tattoo? And they're like, oh man, this one's great. You know, my guy Frank did this. I can give you his number if you want. He tattoos out of here. And I'm like, No. Frank looks like he drew your tattoo with Crayola. But, I'll keep that in mind. You know? Hey, yo, papi, let me get your number. Thank you for the 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻, West. Let's go. Crayola? Yeah, Crayola. It's like... Listen, no knocks on Crayola artists out here, okay? You know I love art. However, if we're getting a tattoo on me, I don't quite, okay. So like I have a friend of mine, right? I don't speak to him anymore, but I have a friend of mine who had a full back piece done, right? And it was probably about 2 or 3 years ago he got it done. And he took off his shirt to show me, right? The back piece. And I was looking at it, right? And there was like, the lines were really fuzzy. There was color bleeding from like one bit to another. There was like, the shading was kind of off. You know, it wasn't quite in no regrets territory. But at the same time, I was like, that doesn't look good. But he was so amped about it. He was like, I know this great artist. He did it here, and he's really great with this. And I'm like, oh dear. You think this is good. You think this is you think this is good. And he must have seen it. It was on his back for 3 years. I'm like, what? What? And he's like, yeah, and I can't tell if this poor gentleman had deluded himself into believing it was good, right? Which obviously, you know, denial's a hell of a drug, you know? Or whether he'd turn around and like, just bought into it. A tattoo artist is going to make mistakes at first, but he needs lab rats to improve. Indeed. But like, it's one of those ones where I'm like, was it his first tattoo ever? No, it wasn't. Delulu's the Salulu. Delulu is the Salulu. No, I was very lucky with mine. I got mine in Barcelona while I was there, and I managed to get a walk-in with like a really good artist, which was so lucky. If someone didn't cancel, I would have got it. But I feel like the times in life where I've got stuff I've wanted, it's because someone else has cancelled and I've been in the right place, which is great, you know? Put Zander on an oil rig with the thing monster? Nah, don't put me on an oil rig with that thing. Don't put me on an oil rig with those flesh people. I don't belong there. No, Nana! Down! Nana, thank you very much for the 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻. Thank you. I'm not drunk enough. Wait. Kampai! Kampai, baby. Wait, I want to finish that one for you. An 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻 means the drink goes down. Okay, let's go. Whoa! Thank you very much, Nana Spectrum. There you go. This stuff is strong. It's like paint stripper. Is it the Moomin Cup? Oh, you know it's the Moomin Cup. You know it's the Moomin Cup. Why? Because the Moomin Cup is the best cup. We love the Moomin Cup. I had a friend round, like the other day, right? So on the Monday, okay, I'm gonna throw a fit. Okay, Tuesday. I'm gonna throw a fit, right? Actually, it was the Monday. I changed my mind. It's the Monday. I was gonna throw a fit because on the Monday, right? On like the Friday, my landlord calls me up, right? And he goes like, bring, and I answer the phone and I'm like, hello. And he's like, hey, so the water valve in your apartment needs to be replaced. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like I can vibe with that. And he's like, are you gonna be there on Monday between the hours of like 11 and 5? And I'm like, yes. He's like, good, I need to be there then to let him in and like keep an eye on him. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. So I hate being stuck inside on like one of my days off, right? Because like if I have like the evening off, I like to go out somewhere, even if it's just like a little jaunt. I like touching grass just for a little bit, get the sunlight on my skin, as it were, okay? I love doing that. So I figure if I'm going to be waiting for someone, I might as well invite my friend round. And my friend is like a remote worker, so he does like coding for something, I don't know. And I'm like, you know, hey friend, I'm going to be stuck inside all day waiting for someone. Do you want to keep me company? I know you're working, but like, could you work remotely from mine and just like keep me company for a bit? And he was like, yeah, sure, right? That's a whole day, right? That's a whole day. So I wake up, you know, I make myself breakfast. I make my friend lunch when he's around. I act like a very good host and I'm just there and I'm waiting, right? And then 1 hour passes and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 5. And then it's like 5:30 and I'm like, where is this guy? Where is this guy? Did he just walk off? Did he get lost? Did he go to the wrong place? Right? So I end up just ending the day and I'm like, you know what? He's not coming, you know? So I call up my landlord again on the Tuesday and I'm like, hello, sir. The workman you sent, the guy to replace the water valve, he never came. And I'm like, and he's like, oh, wait, let me check that. So he's like, he goes away and he makes another phone call and he comes back and he goes, oh, actually, I have good news. And I'm like, okay, what? And he's like, well, it turns out when you had some of the plumbing refitted like 6 months ago, the guy just did it then. And I forgot. I'm like, what? You forgot? You forgot? It's like I rebooked the guy and I just kind of forgot. And I'm like, so my pert little ass sat waiting 6 hours for someone who'd already done the job. He's like, yeah, but it's good news though, because you won't have to worry about again about him coming round. And I'm like, what? I was time burgled. That was a burglary. They kicked down my door and they took my time. Anyway, that's my one bit of shock, right? My one bit of shock was like, my day. This Incubus has a world to take over. What are you doing? So yeah, that was my thing. So I had to say to my friend, hi. So surprise, the guy was never coming. And we just waited for something that was never going to come. So yeah, that was a trip. That was a trip. Damn, all that time wasted. Right, all that time wasted. Now it's happened to my dad too this week. It must be a scam. It has to be a scam. Has to be a scam. No way. Pat, Zanny, pat. I know. I deserve my head pats. I deserve them. I deserve my head pats. They're delightful. But on the flip side as well, you know, I've been really enjoying just the little things that I've been getting up to in you know, some of my free time. I've been playing some vidges for me to just sort of hang out with, video games, and I've been trying to like get into an MMO that isn't Final Fantasy 14, because like Final Fantasy 14 is cool, right? But I have this overwhelming urge whenever I have to play through Realm Reborn again to push Minfilia down a flight of stairs, and I'm trying like other MMOs to see if I can get into them, right? But like, I'm still on the quest, you know? I'm still on the quest. I'm still figuring it out. Legasp. Okay, but Minfilia is like the worst character. Minfilia is like the worst character in Final Fantasy 14. I have such a visceral dislike for her. I've been trying. Have you tried Elder Scrolls Online? Yeah, I tried Elder Scrolls Online ages ago. I've actually been trying. Okay, so buckle up, Buttercup, because I'm about to say the most nerdy shit on planet Earth. I've been trying EVE Online, the sci-fi one, which reads like a spreadsheet. The one that's a spreadsheet. and I've been strangely liking it. It's too complicated and needs so much slimming down. But my goodness, it's the sci-fi one where the game is pretty much just a spreadsheet with some visuals. You like go into the menu, you click mine star, you watch, you go to the menu, you select like what laser you want to mine with, you do all that. It makes your brain hurt. Hey, Yumi, thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. I love the dancing sheep. You know I do. You know I do. Right? Right, I long for when we hit Sword Art Online levels. How about Guild Wars 2? I actually own, like, all the Guild Wars 2 stuff. I had, like, a hyperfixation on it, like, 2 years ago, and bought all of the Guild Wars 2 stuff I could get my hands on before immediately dropping it for no reason. And I wish I could tell you more, but my interest just hyperfixated and waned in the space of, like, a month. Less than a month, 3 weeks maybe. 3 weeks. I want some Sword Art Online level MMOs, right? I want to plug my brain into the game. I want to throw the sword around. I want to feel like there. I want to do my thing with it, you know? Like, don't get me wrong. The Guild Wars is something that like games should aspire to, honestly. They so should. Like, OMG, so true, ADHD curse for real. Right, it's a curse. I'm fully cursed with it because I love long arcing stories and quests. And you know, one of the things I love so much is just, I just really love long narratives with lots of good story stuff in there. And I think I mentioned before that, a story-driven gacha game would be where I see the pinnacle of like the gacha game industry going. Like, you know how Genshin Impact kind of has a story, but your choices hold no relevance to it, you know? It's like whatever you say, the same thing happens. I would love a gacha game with branching story paths where your choices can affect the narrative in the actual overall game. And like who's a friend, who's a foe, what happens, right? Because they don't even have to fully flesh out all of the routes, right? They just have to loop it back into the main sort of story, right? And it's really something that I mentioned this ages back. Star Wars: The Old Republic did it, and they made a really good game out of it. And if it was done the same with gacha, where you could actually like roll for characters, it would have like a narrative explanation of like why the villain is available as a party mate. Because if you go down, if you made different choices and went down this route in the game, he would be, you know, and it doesn't lock you out. They could literally turn around and use some dimension bending hoo-ha for like why the bad guys can be in your party, you know. But I love that. Plus we love lore. I'm a lore whore. You all know that. Branching routes reminds me of Triangle Strategy. I love Triangle Strategy. Triangle Strategy was really good. I loved Triangle Strategy. Oh, it was so good. I didn't get to finish it before I lost my little I almost said Nintendo DS then. How old am I? Let me tell you. The Grandpa Zanny's gonna speak now, hey? Kids, when I was young, right? When I was young, come over here, kiddos. When I was young, we had a thing called a Game Boy Color, right? And that went out for a while, right? And a Game Boy Color was like the pinnacle of what kids had. They were like, "Oh, you have a Game Boy Color?" Because like, oh, before that, everyone was like, oh yeah, you know, it was a little whatevers, okay? But the Game Boy Color was like good. The Game Boy Color was the one where like everyone wanted it, right? But then what came out was the Game Boy Advanced, okay? The Game Boy Advanced. Now that was like the industry changer. That was the one where people were like, what the hell? Because it was the world black and white back then. I'm not that old. The Game Boy Advanced, though, was the one where you would bring that into school and everyone would be like, oh, he's rich, right? Because like it was smaller than the Game Boy Color. It had color, and you could have these like strap attachment. I almost said strap-ons to it. you could get these attachments to it, right? You could get like a game controller attachment where you could slot it in and it would put in like a game controller. You could have a screen magnifier clipped onto it to make the screen bigger. You could turn around and have like a battery extender plugged in. Like you could fully like deck the thing out and turn it into a Nintendo Extendo. Like it was insane. Bro, I had a Game Gear and played the original Mortal Kombat. Damn, carbon dating going on there. Too young to use a Game Boy, but I know what one is, right? It was out there. Nintendo Extendo. Yeah. Yeah. It was like you could keep plugging in different parts to the thing and make it bigger and longer and fancier, you know? It was a time and a place. It was a time and a place. No, I definitely have so many fond memories of that. I was one of those kids who really, really, really loved, or one of those youths that really, really loved like their little Nintendos and catching their little whatevers, you know. Did you ever have the Nintendo DS? I did. The touch screen was crazy. Figuring out there was a pen inside the DS. I still remember flipping out when I saw that for the first time. Oh, I was like, what is this witchcraft? There's a hidden slot for a pen. Like a stylus. You could like slide the stylus out from inside and like touch it. Right? It had like it was the craziest thing. I know I'm going hard nostalgia right now, but like, the Game Shark code cartridge. Oh, that was a thing. I don't know what happened to I remember what happened to my old Nintendo DS. The power cord broke before the DS did, so it never had enough energy to like start up again. I needed to get one. Oh, I got the 3DS was good as well. The 3DS was good. I played Resident Evil. Okay. The Nintendo 3DS was the reason I got into a fist fight with my cousin after like 2 drinks. Cause like I got into a full brawl with my cousin over the Nintendo 3DS. We were both relatively young, right? And pretty much we were hanging out and we were like we were just chatting and doing whatever, right? And I was staying around we were both staying around one of our aunt's houses, right? And I remember I like went back to the little lounge where like my stuff was, because we were all sleeping there. And I opened my bag because I wanted to change my shirt, because my shirt was like messy because I don't know, I spilled some dinner on it or something like that, or it was like curry or something. And and I took off my shirt, right? And I remember I was like going through the bag and I noticed my like Nintendo 3DS was on. And I was like, what the fuck? Why is this on? Because I remember, hello to those just joining. I remember I had like, I always turned it off. I was like obsessive with saving my battery life. And like the 3D slider was like pushed all the way to max. And I was like, what the hell? And I was like, the fuck is this? So I like looked at it and I like turned it off and I paused and I immediately like went up to him and I was like, I put my shirt back on. I was like, hey, did you go through my bag? And he's like, why? And I'm like, because my Nintendo was on and I didn't turn it on. I didn't leave it on. Did you go through my bag? And he was like, no, I didn't. I was like, I know you did. I know you went through my bag, right? No one else was going to. Right? Did you do that? And he was like, oh, well, he was like, oh, how do I like, oh, no, you just left it on. And I was like, I didn't leave it on. Don't try and tell me I left it on. Don't try and turn around and say that, because I know I turned it off, right? I know I did. So did you go through my bag? And he was like, look, maybe you just left it on with like maybe you just left the 3D on. And I was like, I didn't mention anything about the 3D, you stupid punk. And long story short, it turned into like a shoving match that ended up with like the two of us wrestling on the floor with like headlocks trying to hit each other. And I was like, oh, and it took like our aunt coming in and like throwing a glass of water at us to separate us. And I was like, I'm gonna kill you. It wasn't even that winning. It was like, you know, the classic thing of like two teenagers just putting each other in a headlock and rolling on the floor. It was that. I was like, I'm gonna get you. Right, like, so yeah, that was how the 3D of the Nintendo 3DS caused a brawl, which was great, absolutely great. Down, boys, down, sprays water. Literally, it's like spritzing cats with water. This sounds like a confessional story. Oh, do we do an Incubus confessional, except I'm the one confessing? Do we do that? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I will confess things to chat now. Here we go. I'm going to confess things that I've done to chat. Do we do Jackbox live once again? We'll do Jackbox again. We're doing draw and guess this weekend. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna need a drink for this one. Okay. Chat, forgive me, for I have sinned. I've been a bad little incubus. Many moons ago, many moons ago, I was but a young netherwhelp, not quite the impeccable incubus that you see before you right now. And it was during this time that a game called Yu-Gi-Oh! Was very popular among kids on the playground. Yu-Gi-Oh! During this time, we would all bring our decks into school, and we would all play against each other. Now, this was a whole thing. However, during this time, there was a premium in trading. Trading was a huge part of the game. However, one time during lunch, I was holding my deck, having just played a game and lost for the millionth time because none of those urchins knew the basic rules and would just slap down cards and yell things. An older kid bumped into me, and I dropped my deck on the floor, scattering cards across the playground. And the other students, like the disgusting carrion vultures that they were, descended upon me like a swarm of locusts drawn from on high. Also, Layla, welcome to the Netherbrand. Lovely to see you here. Mwah. Nice horns. And thus, the cards were picked at by these filthy scavengers, these hyenas masquerading as children. I ran to the lunch lady, the innocent little angel that I was, and said, please, teacher, help me. They watched on, and I said, I've dropped my cards. They're all picking them up. They dropped my cards. And they reply, well, pick them up then. I go back. A handful of students turn around and give me my cards back, but by the time I'm done gathering and they've handed them back to me, a deck of 60-something cards has been reduced to about 31, 32 sort of way. Half of the cards were gone. Half of them. The ones returned, common rarity. Forgettable. My pots of greed gone. My blue eyes white dragon. Now this was a blue eyes white dragon in the let's say somewhere about the early 2000s. But that's a very different ball game card to it is now. But gone. Magical hats, gone. Graceful charity, gone. Man-eating plant, gone. Fusion, polymerization, gone. Gaia the Fierce Knight, gone. My pieces of Exodia, gone. And thus, that day, something changed within young Zanny. Where once he cared for the rules of the game, where once he cared for those, something in my mind switched slightly. I remembered each student that helped me pick up those cards. And over a period of the coming week and a half, I would always make sure to get kicked out of class. Whether it was pulling someone's hair, whether it was starting a fight with another student, whether it was, I feel sick, teacher, can I go to the nurse? Because every time I would get kicked out of class, I would walk immediately to the cloakroom, rummage through their bags, and steal their Yu-Gi-Oh cards in return, and put them in my bag, one by one, by one, by one, by one, until suddenly I'd collected 12 different decks of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, none of which were mine. But revenge tasted sweet at the time. So that is the end of the story. I was never caught. There was never any comeuppance. There was never anything that, there was never anything that said that I was bad or something like that. Do I deserve forgiveness, Netherlings? Do I deserve forgiveness for my heinous actions? Do I deserve anything for that? Am I bad? Am I good? Am I a very bad, very good boy? Am I a very good, very bad boy? What are my answers? What are my answers? You know? Please tell me you sold them after. I didn't even sell them. I went through, picked out the cards I liked, and then I threw the rest of them in the trash. The commons, the deck fillers, anything that didn't matter, I put it in the trash. I only needed the good cards. Oh, that's so evil. Yes. Some people just want to watch the world burn. Sorry, can't you stick as ATM? Gives you headpats. Hey, it's all good, Yumi. Thank you for the headpats. Thank you for the headpats. No, thank you very, very much. Very, very much. Nah, no, you throw that. I was very young. Very, very young. I can't exactly say how old I was. Actually, I could maybe guesstimate. In human years, I would have been about 7. Yeah, if we're converting to human years from demon years, then about 7. Do you still have those cards? Nope. Have none of them anymore. And here we go. Kid Zanny was brutal. What about the soul of the cards? Listen, I gave those cards peace. It was better they end up in a landfill with owners that would steal them. Okay? It was better that way. I knew you're my Kamiyoshi, not without reason, you absolute king. Della, thank you very, very much. Like sometimes you just gotta, Kid Zanny was as much of a menace as adult Zanny. True. Oh, as a child educator, I can tell that there would have been other ways, but you successfully found yours. Absolutely no sin from little Zanny. Right, like, don't get me wrong. I said to the lunch lady, the one who was like watching all of us, the lady who was like supervising all the kids playing, like, oh, I dropped my cards. They haven't given them back. She was like, oh, we'll just pick up your cards. I was like, oh, she could have done something, but no. Because of the indifference of those in power, little Zanny was forced to turn around and act in a vigilante fashion. And because I acted in a vigilante fashion, there was more collateral damage than there would have been if someone had simply done things within the confines of the system. And I think that goes to show us overall that when the system becomes indifferent to the sufferings of those under it, vigilante action will only ever ensue. That's the lesson we're taking from this. We're taking an adult lesson to we're taking an adult lesson from it. I hope so. Justice was served in a turnabout way. In a strange turnabout ranch type. No, actually, no, not turnabout ranch. Don't send me there. Don't send me there, Dr. Phil. Don't send me to Turnabout Ranch. That's a bad place. No, it's good. It's good, you know. I love how it transitioned from Yu-Gi-Oh to the corrupt system. Hey, there were always undertones of systemic corruption with Yu-Gi-Oh. There was always undertones, you know, whether it was 5Ds and Jack talking about how he was actually from Satellite City, or whether you were talking about Jade and Yuki being inherently placed within the Slifer Red Dorm despite him having outperformed everyone in the initial entrance exam, or how individuals who were middling in accomplishment could make it to Obelisk Blue simply due to connections they had. There's always been some type of there's always been some undertone or overtone depending on the series of systemic corruption within the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? Right! Zanny goes full V for Vendetta at age 7, yes. Damn, he's right. Oh. No, can you imagine doing a research paper on this? I mentioned my final dissertation was about eldritch horror for my degree. Off topic, I'm currently making... Hey, nice. Very nice. I look forward to seeing the finished result. Yummy Bakura in the OG series wrote a high school essay on that once. Oh, heck, let's go. Loved Bakura. He deserved better. I loved that. Send Zander to Detroit? No, I'm not going there. Listen, I already escaped the underworld once. I don't need to do it twice. Bakura was my first husband, though. He's a good choice. He's a good choice. Seriously, though, I'm really thankful for all of you, right? I'm really thankful for all of you. I'm really glad. I'm really glad that we're able to get together and do stuff like this. Right? I just wanted to say that I do absolutely love all of you, and it doesn't matter whether you're a Netherling or a Netherbranded or a Pipsqueak or a Roskull or a fucking Lunarist or a Dewdrop. I do really love all of you, and it always makes me happy when I see you all getting along. It really does. And the last thing I ever want is for there to ever be anything that isn't just like love here. So I just wanted to say that I'm always going to be on the side of all of you being happy, and I just care about that. And yeah, it's one of the reasons I try and be as involved as I am. And you know, I bump my head and I do stuff wrong occasionally, but at the same time, my end goal with all of this is just to see you all be happy. and see everyone getting along. And hell yeah. It's actually funny how like way back when Avalon first debuted, there were like, okay, I can share this because it's been 5 months. Way back when like I first debuted alongside the other boys, there was like a weird little bump of like people who for some reason like were trying to like shove Cap and I to be like, oh no, they shouldn't get along. I don't like that. They like, there was like a weird bit of like, there were people trying to like push tension on that, and I was like, bruh, I love this guy. What the fuck? And no, even now, I'm still like super protective of Cap because of that. I'm super protective of him, and like, I don't know, he's a dumbass and I love him, but like, hell, but Gold Boss, right? I'm the Paparino. Hey, Paparino, thank you so much for the 10 gifted members. Thank you, Paparino, you absolute pogging legend. Who's a good Paparino? I'm sorry, you are. Thank you, little wolf. Hell yeah. Serena, I'ma cry and start writing you as a mafia boss. Stop. No, write me right now, Serena. You adorable, wonderful, talented netherling. Right now. Right now. And Ashdown, baby, welcome to the Netherbranded. Thank you very much, Ashdown. Thank you. Feline Fortuna. Look at Feline Fortuna. Here, kitty. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Let's go. Welcome to the Netherbranded. But hell yeah, no. Like, very early on, do we smother the boss while he's vulnerable? No, I'm drinking. Give me a second. Ashdown, thank you for the gifted member. No, but seriously, yeah, that did happen. Cap and I had to have like a little sit down, and we were like, listen, there's nothing here, is there? And he's like, no, nothing. We literally were like, then it's just people being fucking weird? And we were like, yeah, it's just people being fucking weird. And like, it was like a really small minority. And like, literally ever since then, he and I have been inseparable. Like, not a week goes by without me private DMing him. Not a week goes by without me checking on him and making sure he's okay. Not a week goes by without like him checking on me. And like, one of the things I will get to this as soon as I'm done, I'm handing out bonks. But not a week goes by without that. And I love how close the pipsqueaks and the netherlings are, and I never want that to change. I never want that to change. And Red Rabbit, thank you for the 5 gifted members. Welcome to the Netherbranded, you 5. Look at Club Netherbrand's sleepiest rabbit coming out here. Sleepiest rabbit? I think sneakiest rabbit with the way I keep getting jumped by you. And then, of course, Sunny Bunny, happy 2 months. Thank you for being you, Zanny. I will stop sappy. Don't you stop sappy, Sunny Bunny, okay? Don't you hop away from me, Sunny Bunny. Don't you hop away. Nightwix, thank you for the 10 gifted members, Nightwix. Club Netherbrand's bouncer. You're the mod. Stop. Go. I'm dragging you to one side later. I'm doing it. Don't hide behind the netherlings again. I'm gonna get you. I'm going to, okay? And don't think I didn't see you during the D&D stream either, okay? I've spoken to Roscoe about you, all right? I've spoken to Roscoe. He knows. I've spoken to him. We both know. He and I are doing a project together now, all right? Hey, Hanini, my panini. Thank you so much for the gifted membership. Thank you so much, Hanini, my panini. You can fight me too. Katie, sending love to our sweet Incubus. We're all thankful for you as well and glad that you're here. Thank you for being you, and we'll always support you. Yippee! Thank you, Katie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And of course, Lil Wolf, my little Paparino. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships as well. Thank you so much, Paparino. I really appreciate it. It's a big love. Kampai. Kampai. Oh, that's good. It's okay. So being in like a having the weather be really hot and also having a cold drink that's very alcoholic is a dangerous combo right now. I'm still a little. Ooh. And Flamin, thank you for the 5 gifted members, Flamin. There you go. There you go. Let's go. Also, well, I see Chitan did some work for me, yeah? Chitan did some work for me over there. Rin, Nether Squeaks, get his ass. Rin, don't encourage them, Rin. Don't encourage them. Thank you so much, Rin. Thank you very, very much. And then, of course, Jennifer. Jennifer Wait, let me. I'm a little steamed. I'm dyslexic. Let me make sure I get this right. Jennifer 𝓂𝓾𝓻. Thank you very, very much for 3 months of nether brandedness. Let's go. Also, lovely horns, looking great. And then Ashdown, sir. Ashdown, baby. Sir, you should know by now we are like this. True. I've learned the hard way. Merlin, thank you so much for the 5 gifted members, Merlin. You are you guys are too sweet. You guys are sweet. No, this is. I want to be the best I can be for you. Okay. For real. Okay, you've all been so incredibly supportive over the last 6 months for me, and I know some people came on later or some people came on earlier, but the fact that from the very, very start, it's always been, if someone here is new, welcome them with open arms, give them a good rundown of the place, and treat them like they're an old friend. And at the same time, you've just been incredible. You've just been awesome. And heck, I love you all for that. For real. Alaborealis, right? See. Hey, Zanny, wait a minute. You were making a You were making a 3D Zanny thing, right? I remember your name. I burned your name into my mind. You were making a 3D Zanny thing, weren't you? I remember that. Hey Zanny, I'm juggling 3 different projects, ATM, but I hope you have a great stream. Off-topic question, do you prefer low or high ponytails? Oh, I love high ponytails. I use one myself. Yeah, I also made a Roscoe earlier. See, I love high ponytails. Thank you for the super Alborealis. And yeah, see, I remember. Right? No, okay, so for real. I've said this before and I say it again. I go out of my way to remember as much stuff as possible. You guys have a dedicated portion of my brain that's sectioned off for netherlings, right? Like you guys have a dedicated thing there, okay? A dedicated like chunk right in the brain. That's sweet. Well, yeah, you're my netherlings. Can you imagine if I was some twatty streamer that turned around and was like, soon as I stop stream, I forget everything. I'm like, soon as I walk away, I don't care. Can you imagine if I was like that? I wouldn't be Zanny. I would be cringe. That's cringe. That's not Zanny. That's cringe. Okay? That's cringe. Don't be those. Can you imagine if I was? No. I always like, I see it a lot with like IRL streamers, right? Where like, what'll happen is they'll like be super like active and engaged with their community, and they'll hit like a certain point, and then they'll just switch to being like, I don't care. I'm like IRL streamer 2874. Like I don't need to. Oh, this person did it. Did what? Okay, that's cool for them. Like yeah, like okay, whatever. Let me just go back to texting. Like there was like a really infamous clip a little while back. I don't know if anyone else saw the same thing, of like an IRL streamer who like someone sent a really sweet message in like a chat to, and he like blanked it, said thank you by default, and then the guy next to him had like to hit him on the shoulder and be like, hey, did you not hear that? And he went, oh, I said thank you, didn't I? And he was like, yeah, but you didn't hear the thing. And he was like, right, you saw that? Right. I find that the most, okay. I find that the most fucking cringe stuff imaginable, right? Because who the hell are you to turn around and do that, right? Like you're meant to be engaged. The heart, you're like, you're not the heart and soul of your community, okay? You work, but like the people who are here right now are the heart and soul of the Netherlings, right? Like, you are the heart and soul of the Netherlings watching right now. And if like, and the moment you stop caring about that is the moment you just don't give a fuck about what you're doing. Right. I'm sorry. I get really impassioned about like stuff like that. It's why I hunt you down. It's why some of you know I hunt you down on Twitter if I miss a super chat. Some of you know that. If I miss like a message from one of you, I will hunt you down on Twitter. And it's happened multiple times where I'm like, where are you? Where are you? And I'm like, I do it. He does what now? It's happened a couple of times. A couple of times I've missed like messages from people, and I haven't seen till like after the streams ended or something like that. So I've ended up going on Twitter and finding people's like Twitter ats and sending them a message to say thank you. And one time I was meant to do someone asked if I could do a birthday message and I missed it, so I just like recorded a birthday message and sent it to them on Twitter as like a thank you, and then asked them to like pass it along. Because yeah, like I feel like it's the mutual respect people have for each other here. That's what makes the community so awesome, right? That's the thing. I always want a community that's like super built on respect, and it's why when I see you getting along, it makes me happy, and when I see, you know, any type of whatevers, it makes me sad. And you know, I'm always for people being themselves and being happy and everything. And I know that people are naturally geared towards maybe not always getting along or something like that. But I also think that when it comes to everyone here, we have way more in common than we do not. So heck, it's one of the reasons I love y'all. In my stupid little way. There you go. There you go. This is why you're one of my top faves. For sure. It's the first time I catch you live, but you sound so dedicated to this. Like, I'm really happy for all the Netherlings. Hey, who's to say you're not a Netherling? There's still time for me to rope you in. There's still time. If you like what you hear, pull up a seat. There's always time for you to get a wing and a tail of your own. No, I'm dedicated to this. I can admit that. I rarely pat myself on my own back with this. But I made the decision, actually. Day one. Thank you for the super. Hello, Zanny. I finally woke up post-horror art jam, so I'm sorry I'm late. Drawing nightmares was therapeutic. Thank you for the comfy vibes. Hey, I'm glad that you did well, and I'm glad that I served as a good background track. For sure. Enjoy, and of course, chill out. Have a good time. You should, mister. You work hard. I know. But like, I made the decision to myself. I actually made a commitment to myself day one, before debut. I made the commitment to myself that this was going to be something that I was going to throw 100% of myself into. Not 99, not 98, not 99.5, 100. 100%. There is going to be nothing between this and that. Like, if I'm going, I told myself, if I was going to do this, then I was going to do this with nothing held back. I didn't want to come in and give like 80% of what I thought I could give and walk away with regrets. Because when I've got so many amazing people that I'm working with, when I've got the people like, you know, Cass, like Lucy, like Roscoe, like Gale, all there as well, you know, who all are really, really good in their own rights and really, really good at the stuff that they do. I told myself that the only way I was going to find my place within this group was if I hit it 100% hard as I could, no backing out. And it's what I said to them, to the Dark Overlords as well. I'm not here to be the flavor of the month or the flavor of the season or the flavor of whatever, or just to be around for a bit and then go. When it comes to FSP, I want to be the workhorse. I want to be the one that you turn around and say, hey, we need something done, Zanny. Hey, we need this, Zanny. It doesn't matter if there's not a bunch of like attention attached to it or something like that. It doesn't matter if you don't need your like praises sung constantly. I'd rather have the comfort of knowing that I've carried something on my back and done an amazing job with it and just know that there's faith in me for that, than just always feel the need to constantly have positive reinforcement, you know? Because the locus of your identity cannot exist outside of yourself. The locus of your identity has to always be somewhere within, you know? Fucking hell, did I just paraphrase Freud? Fuck me, these must be strong. I must be drinking strong if I'm paraphrasing Freud. Oh my goodness. Get out of here, Sigmund Freud. You had some weird ideas. Who's Freud? Freud was a classical era psychologist who really ran the gauntlet with his ideas between being strangely like ahead of his time and insanely regressive at the same time, but he's still considered one of the fathers of modern psychology. This is what you get for propping up the bed with psychology textbooks, osmosis. I mean, Freud wasn't bad altogether. He had some good stuff. Yeah, like I said, some of his stuff was really ahead of its time, and some of his stuff was really, really regressive for the time. He had some ideas. Right? Couldn't have defined better. Exactly. Exactly. Wait, is that how you pronounce Freud? Indeed. I believe it's German or Austrian, I believe. Remembers drunkenly smack talking Freud years ago. Oh, don't get me started. I've got a list of people I'll drunkenly smack talk, okay? I've got a big list of people, okay? I've had to give Roscoe like a list of people not to mention after I've had a drink or two. Okay, I'm like, Roscoe, don't mention me about these things, okay? Or like topics that I have to stay away from, okay? The one that like sends me is talking about Critical Role, because like I will talk about that, and it's not even the show itself. It's the people who watch the show and then expect real D&D to be like Critical Role, and like they come into sessions expecting that. I go so hard on that. That's like a conversation blacklist. Like even me just mentioning it now is me like standing on the danger line, because if I start going on like nerd rage about that, there's no coming back. There's no coming back. Or just Wizards of the Coast as a whole, actually. But I can't go on there because I hope they sponsor me one day. Hey, Wizards of the Coast! You need some good PR after the shit you've pulled in the last year and a half. Consider this Incubus. It's the company that makes Dungeons and Dragons. Well, there goes my sponsorship. Incubus shilling. Kampai to that, folks. Kampai! There we go. Zanny, is it fair if my nether sonar is a ghost? Hell yeah, be whatever you want to be. I'm a strong believer in doing whatever you want, being whatever you want, but go for it. I've never watched Critical Role, but this has scared me away from it. Don't be scared away from it. Don't be scared away from it. It's the complete opposite. It's a good show, but it's one of those ones where you have to kind of remember that it is done in a controlled environment. Like it's pretty much that, you know. For sure. My nether sonar is a magical girl. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Any ideas for a vicious mockery / creative insult? Oh, I'm good at those. I was actually making a PowerPoint presentation for a Zander 101 lecture. It was a rule for, it was a set of how-tos on how to insult people correctly. It's a list of how, it was going to be a formula for how to roast people correctly. I started on the PowerPoint presentation and like how it stitched together, right? Because, you know, it's the classic thing where if you're roasting someone, it cannot be something superficial. It has to be something fundamental about themselves that they can change. If you're roasting something about someone they cannot change, then therefore it kind of takes the sting out of it because it others the actual roast. You know, it's the whole thing where it's like, well, of course I can't change that. That's just how I am. You know, it's an easy write-off. If you turn around and roast someone with something they can change but choose not to due to personal reasons or like their own laziness or negative traits, that's gold. Hey, red rabbit, Club Netherbrand, sleepiest rabbit, let's go. Honestly, Zanny, thank you so much for your effort and dedication. Love being here and being a Netherling. You deserve much praise and to be spoiled. Thank you, Red Rabbit. Thank you very, very much. I'm not near the level of where I want us to be yet, though. I'm not near it. There's still a lot more I want to do with all of you. There's still a lot more I want to give to all of you. There's still a lot more that I want all of us to be a part of. And I have some real, like, big dreams for this, right? Not on, like, and when I say that, I don't mean that on a personal level. Fuck a personal level. I mean, I want all of you to be the center of my universe, and I want all of you to be the center of just like all of the amazing stuff that's going to come, okay? Because where I go, you go. That's a fact. Heck, you know? You're already all the stars in my night sky. And I think I mentioned before, to me it's better to be renowned for something that you make than simply have attention for existing. And I'm hoping that I can make things and do things that far, far, far outlive me in terms of what they're worth and what their legacy is. And you're all part of that. You're already all something that I've had the privilege to be around. Hey, little wolf, my pupperino. Thank you for the 5 gifted members. Thank you very, very, very much. You're a big sweetie. A very big sweetie. Oh, do I follow anime? Kind of. I used to a lot more than I do. The only anime I really keep up with these days is Overlord, but even then I'm not up to date with like the series. What's the word? I wish I had more time. That's what I mean. I wish I had more time. Hey, Meerlin, thank you again. Meerlin's a big sweetie. Look at Meerlin. Look at the big sweetie. Everyone look at that. Look at the big sweetie. Okay, this one's a sweetie. Hey Zanny, I just want you to know that you're awesome, and you're the first person who's gotten me seriously into live streams, and I'm glad to be a Netherling. Oh, aren't you the sweetest thing? Thank you. Thank you so much. You're incredibly sweet, and I'm glad. Between you and me, I barely ever watch live streams as well. I watch like 2 live streamers, and that's it. I watch 2, maybe 3, but like even then it's VODs. I'm VOD gang. I'm big VOD gang. And Rui Muasaki, thank you very, very much. I don't have words, so let me just love. Thank you very much for the love, Rui. It just be like that sometimes. Don't you spy on all the other VTubers streaming? I do. So I check in on some channels, right? So like people who I hang with, I'll stick my head in, I'll stay for a little bit, I will. But I only have like 2 or 3 that I actually like consider myself a regular watcher of, right? And like 2 are outside of the VTube sphere, and 1 is like, one's a friend of mine. All right, don't tell him. I'm gonna say, don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell Frederick, right? But like, I fully stalk and like I'm a lurker on Frederick's live streams, like Frederick Nilsson's live streams. Because like the thing is, we already hang out like once a week, and we already are like super buddy. But the thing is, I find them really good background noise, and like, I don't think he knows how much I like stop by and just have it in the background, right? But like, I do. And you know, the Owl Man is one of my best buddies, and I absolutely adore him. He's one of my best buddies. I won't say a thing, right? That's between you and me. That's between you and me, for sure. So you were there for his wizard game. I wasn't just there for the wizard game. He was DMing me before the wizard game about how hype he was for the wizard game. He was like, I kid you, he was showing me stuff in advance for like all of that. We were like together in chat, and we were just having our little regular hangout. We were there, we were playing a strategy game, talking back and forth, sipping some wine, doing whatever, you know. And like, he turns around and he's like, I'm really excited for the wizard thing. And I'm like, oh, show me. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna show you. So he was like letting me know, like, he's given me the rundown. He's told me like so much about his character. I probably have character spoilers for him. He's giving me like the psychological breakdown of his boy. I'm like, oh. So yeah. But no, he was really excited when he was talking about the wizard game, and I was really happy for him. I was really happy for him. Like, it was great. Snitches get frozen in the teacups. Yeah, they do. But yeah, no, I it's really nice seeing my friends get some joy out of things, for sure. And you know, I'm also, wait, is that next week or is that the week after? Wait a minute, is that next week or the week after? Is that next week? No, it's the week after. Okay. Oh, okay. How do you know he's not listening right now? At this time, maybe. I also know though that that at this time he's probably busy. I know he's probably busy at this time. He's a busy little bee. I do know that. No, you know who's more likely to lurk is Nick 𝓂𝓚. He's way more likely to lurk. Okay, he lurks multiple times. He's around. I know he's around, right? Because he keeps referencing things that I've done. the terror of like when I was talking about Ghostface on stream and he like live sent me into my DMs a Ghostface cap and was like, this would look good on you. And I'm like, he's listening live right now. He's listening live right now. He's here. He's here. Like, oh, Party Princess Sassy Simone, thank you for the Zuba. Oh, 1, you're wonderful. 2, for fiction, where do you like to be kissed / receive kisses? 3, I love you too. I love forehead kisses. Forehead kisses are great. They're lovely. They're some of the absolute best. I don't know why. It's because I'm so tall. It gives me like the natural advantage where like I'm normally unable to be caught out by surprise by one of them, and it puts me in like prime position to give them. However, being sat down or like laying down leaves me incredibly vulnerable. And yeah, no, they're great. Love the little forehead kisses. They're wonderful. But actually, I don't know if Nick already said, but like he's teased that he and I are gonna be doing stuff together his debut week, his 2.0 debut week. So he and I are actually going to be doing some cool stuff together on one of the nights during his 2.0, which is really, really awesome. It's really cool, and I'm really enjoying getting to work with all of the lads from Astroline. It's very awesome. Exciting, right? Okay, so I know he hasn't like shown his 2.0 yet, but his 2.0 is really good. Really good. Like, really good. Really good. Like, I was impressed. Like, whoa. All right, that's all. That's none of that more is mine to say, but like I love that. I love that. Hype in Holland. I know I'm not Hollanding. I'm simply saying that it's awesome. It's awesome. It's all good. Heck. I wonder what Zanny would ever look like if I ever chose to change out of this and into something, you know, a little bit more razzle-dazzly. I wonder what that would look like. I reckon I'd look cool. Long hair. If I ever did one. That's still, I've said before, I said it again. If I ever, and ever is probably still a very, 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 very long way off. I'd probably go long hair. Like, I'd probably go with that. Not like crazy long, but like reasonable. Oh, don't worry, Zanny, I got you. Purple Anubis Egyptian belly dancer type look. Don't even worry about it. Oh, good shout. Although, the long hair tattoos, long hair would be great. But looks wonderful too. I think I'd go with like long hair, but not like super long, like kind of neck length, you know. Would love to get a 2.0 even if it takes a long time. Hell yeah, you know, I'm a hard worker. Long hair Zanny makes me feral. He has it, boss. It's pretty. Yeah. Wait, no, I'm confused. I'll drink more. That'll obviously clear things up. I actually just saw some long-haired fan art by Leah. Oh, Leah. Love Leah. No, she's a really good artist. I love the artists in this community. Hey, Tiny. Long hair Zanny would end me. Also, happy 3 months. I've grown my purple horns. Congratulations. 3 months of nether brandedness. Let's go. Oh. Oh. Long hair. The hair jewelry. Jewelry for my horns, sorry. Horn jewelry would be really good. Horn jewelry would be good. I wouldn't mind some horn jewelry. You know, I think I'd clean up a little bit, you know? I think I'd clean up a little bit. I've said this before. I'll say it again, right? I'm getting this harness off one way or another. Okay? The harness. I'm getting this thing off one way or another. I'm doing it. I've got to. Like, I was like, it's fun for a while. It was fun for a while, right? But but like, I can't show Mother Brand this. Obviously, I'll replace it with something, but you know. Showing the boob window. Well, obviously, I'd never get rid of the boob window. Never. Kind of fool do you think I am? I know some of you are here for one thing. Actually, let me do the thing. Let me do the thing. Is it like, where is it? Is it here? There we go. You just want to steal the Netherlings water robots? Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. There's like the boob window. There's the boob window. There's the boob window. Like the boob window is ridiculous. Oh. I mean, look at that. Bro knows his audience, right? I always forget how open the outfit is. I feel like I'd close it up a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit, you know? Hell, maybe I'd just be super spicy and just throw in a shirtless toggle. That's a thing people do. I could do that. Oh, goodness. Wait. Where's the tail? I missed the tail. Where's the tail? I haven't seen you. I haven't shown the tail in like months. Where's the tail? Where's the tail gone? Where did it go? There it is. There it is. Question for a fix. Soft yandere vibes, yes or no? Hell, I go with your heart. Soft yandere is cool. I like soft yandere. There's the tail. I love how much it moves. Hit. Tail cam, right? Look at the tail. I can like move it. I'm like, there we go. All right. Let's go back down. Okay, is that me? Is that me there? No, that's still too high. There we go. Better. There we are. All right, much better. I forgot you even had get off the bar. I forgot you even had a tail. No, I love my tail. Tail is sensitive, or is it only the horns? Well. It's always the base. The end of the tail, not sensitive. Base of the tail, fine. Same with the horns. Boss Joel, this is too much fan service. I don't do fan service. This is just me being me. This is me being me. How's Viscount Zanny going? I'm doing the final recording session on Monday. Because I've got a bunch of takes that I like, and I just need to like do one final set of takes before I'm happy with it. Because yes. Once I do the final set of takes, I can start doing the proper editing and blending and all of that and making it sound just right. I meant to get it delivered this week, but I was listening through and I was like doing an edit and I was like, I think I can do this a little bit better. There was like, okay, so it wasn't even like intentional, but there was like one set of lines in there that was just delivered a little flatly on my part. I think I delivered it like a tiny, like the intonation was like slightly off. And I was like, I could say this is finished now, but I also would have it forever boring into my skull like a dentist drill that I could have done like 2% better. So, your perfectionist is showing? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. But like, it's really interesting, the work with it, because it's obviously ASMR. It requires, so for those who don't know, 𝔂𝓸𝓾𝓻 is an ASMR audio RP that we all wrote together on one stream, where I essentially took Netherling suggestions as I wrote something and turned it into a full-fledged script. And now I am recording it and getting ready to publish it on the channel as a little self-contained short audio. And I've been really working hard on it. And obviously, I'm a bit of a perfectionist with my ASMR. If I release something, I want it to be in good states. So I'm close to getting it done. I have two things left to do, which is record it, like the final takes, because the ones I had were good, but it's just a little bit of polish. Edit it down and then just release it, which is so easy. Mr. Gem. It was good. It was good. I want to do more writing streams for sure, at the very least. But how do I describe it? You know what? Let's change the music. We've been having this track for a while now. Let's change the music. All right, there we go. Can we get this? There we go. Nice, nice. There we go. Nice. So yeah, the plan was that, well, the plan is, I should say, because editing ASMR is like really different to editing normal traditional audio. Because normally traditional audio, it's fucking easy. You just scrub the background noise, you run a noise gate on it, you throw in a compressor, you let it sit, you know, you do the extra few steps, you maybe balance things a little bit, you make sure that it's not blowing out your eardrums, and it's good to ship. You know, when I edit stuff, usually it's like a 15-20 minute job, maybe 30 at top. With ASMR, it takes a little bit longer, especially because I'm running a setup with 2 mic points. So the Yeti that I run with, you know, the set of microphones with ears. So the mic that I run with has 2 sets of microphones on it. So there's one on the left, one on the right, which is one set, sorry. Which is fine. However, when you record with it, it gives you 2 different audio tracks. So it gives you a left side and a right side, which are recorded simultaneously. However, you can't edit both sides the exact same way because, you know, the positioning in the room, the way the sound bounces back, the way the audio bounces back, you know, you don't realize it. But if you actually do this now and cover your left ear, right? Like if you just take your hand and you cover your left ear and you speak for a little bit, right? And you take a moment to listen to how your voice sounds, not inside your head, but the way it echoes around your room, right? So if you do that, you can hear sort of the direction of it. You can kind of hear roughly where it bounces and resounds from. And if you change it to the other side and you sort of uncover that ear and now you do the other side like so, and you cover that ear and you keep speaking, you realize that the sound, because of the shape of your room, where you're sat, the position you're in, what you're looking at, it's actually completely different from like positional ways, right? Because, you know, for example, here in Club Netherbrand, I'm sat about 3 feet from a wall, right there. So the way the sound bounces is different on the right side of my body to the left side. But when I edit, I have to account for this. So if I'm too aggressive on editing one side, or I turn up the gain on one side, or I compress one side too differently from the other, it creates a discordance with the listener. And it will feel like you're not quite in a singular location, because the audio and the way the sound refracts, you know, is one of the most interesting ways our brains process things. So a really good example is if you, for example, shut your eyes and you speak. You can tell roughly the size of the room you're in from how the audio bounces, right? Your voice fills out the space. If you're in a large echoey chamber, you can tell by the way you speak, because if you can't see, your ears, your other senses, they become more everything, you know, they make up for it. So when someone edits things poorly, it creates almost a distortion of the room that you're in. And it's also dependent on the furniture. Indeed, it is as well. But even then, you know, if you put furniture in like a cave, you know, you're still going to be able to tell it's a cave because of the echo or the roofing. But yeah, I'm just doing that kind of as a rough example or rule of thumb. But you can always tell bad ASMR from when the person's been too aggressive with their editing. Because if someone's too aggressive with their editing, it sounds like you're in a strange time distortion chamber where perhaps the sound doesn't sound as full as it should, or it sounds too full, or the position sounds slightly strange, or the person doesn't feel like they're in a place. Or if it's under edited and it's kind of left as very raw sound, which of course on one hand is fine. If you're doing raw sound, that's okay, you know. I can't stay up anymore. Good night. I've rambled someone to sleep. But if you what was I saying? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, that was it. But if you do very minimal editing, you know, that's fine. But you'll pick up lots of background noise. You will pick up the shape of the room. You will pick up, you know, you will pick up the sounds of computer fans in the background. You will pick up, you know, the way someone is moving. You know, I personally, when I edit mine, I like to leave movement sounds in, of like clothing and the person's positioning, because of the fact that it creates the essential, it creates the illusion of another person there. And I find that if there is no movement sound, it creates like, it's more like you're speaking to an ethereal voice. Whereas I like to create the illusion of another persona physically in the room with you. So that's sort of where my mentality sits with that. And creating ambience takes time as well. You know, I liked to create a lot of my ambience from scratch. Or if I didn't create everything from scratch, I had a small library of like stock sounds that I would use, and then I'd thread into a custom background and actually like piecemeal it together, which is something that I've done before. It takes a lot of time, but it also creates things really nicely. Part of being a good thing about being part of like FSP though, is we do get like an entire audio library to use. And like if you have rain sounds, make them not ear blasting. Yeah. Also, people underestimate the power of like left to right on positioning audio. So I'm a big fan of turning down the intensity of rain and then positioning it either more on the left side or more on the right side, because obviously it gives the illusion of a place. You're not going to be surrounded. If the rain's equal in both ears, you're under a thunderstorm, aren't you? You know, you're under the rain. It's not one way or another. When it rains in your room, you don't hear it on both sides. You hear it on the side the rain is. You hear it on the side that the window is. You hear it on the side that the door is. You hear it on the way, right? So a lot of people don't think about how the sound is when they're placing it in space and recreating real life, you know? You know, some people get really picky, like, oh, there's a small sound or something like that. And honestly, I'm a huge critic of my own work. I'm a huge critic. But there's a lot of stuff where like, I haven't even started picking through the sounds yet that I want to use for this. Thankfully, the Dark Overlords of FSP have an entire sound library that they've got the license for us to use. So kampai to them. Woo. So heck, that makes my job so much easier because I don't have to worry about like paying $3 for a license anymore. Per license. I'm a huge critic of my work. That's why all the best projects take so much time to complete. Right? Right, you get it. You get it. If I'm not mean about my work to me, then like people won't. Like, okay, so I'm always like, okay. Gordon Ramsay. Let me quote Gordon Ramsay to you. Let me quote Gordon Ramsay, who up until this point, and I believe who you know, up until this point has been one of the best people to take advice from ever. Okay, because like nothing's changed that. He's just been great. We love Gordon Ramsay, right? Not going to lie, more people will be sad about Gordon Ramsay going in the UK than the Queen. Like, when the Queen died, everyone was sad. When Gordon Ramsay dies, everyone will be fucking devastated. Like, I love that man so much. I love him so much. Gordon Ramsay, I love you. So he said, right? Gordon Ramsay said on Kitchen Nightmares, okay? He said this: "It doesn't matter what the feedback cards for your restaurant say. At the end of the day, if a customer doesn't like the food that you've served them, they won't waste their time filling in a fucking feedback card. They'll just leave and not come back." Right? Which is why you need to be your own quality assurance with the stuff you do. If you're making stuff, you need to be your own quality assurance. We love Gordon here. We love him. True. Exactly. Right? He's not wrong. Right? If you don't like the food at a restaurant, you don't sit your ass down, your beautiful pert ass down, and write, "Oh, I'm just gonna fill in a feedback card and say, you know, oh, well, the chicken was overdone, and, you know, the potatoes were raw, and the beef minestrone tastes like it was 2 weeks old socks, but, you know, I'm gonna come back in like 2 weeks to a month maybe and see if you've changed your ways. You know, maybe the food we ordered then will be better." No, they go, and they don't see you again. They go around the corner to Bob's Chicken Shack, or they go to the fucking, I don't know, they go to Dine Dish and Dessert or something, or I don't know, Jesus Chicken. They choose somewhere that's like not there to go again, because the first impression is, I went there and it was bad. It's channeling Southern Auntie. It's channeling Southern Auntie. Right. People would rather choose fast food than bad restaurant food. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? I met so many Karens at my previous job that it would have been so much more oh, don't get me started. Okay. So these are tales from the Zanny Vault now. You've sparked something in my brain, right? So way back, Zanny used to work with children with disabilities, right? And way back, I used to work with children with disabilities as like a respite care person for their parents. Okay. This was something I did years and years and years. It was actually one of my, I think it was actually my first ever job. It was working in respite care for children who had disabilities and whose parents needed like a little bit of downtime. And it was the whole thing where it was really rewarding on some levels. It was really rewarding because, like, on one hand, it was like, okay, you got to take people who are really stressed out, who needed help, who maybe didn't have the support system they needed, and you could turn around and be like, okay, you know, let me be helpful here, you know, and it was good. However, right, like when when someone kicked off, right? And there was always one particular parent, right? And I never had her personally, right? I never had her personally. However, right? She had one son, a little bit older, you know, obviously I can't remember what his thing was, but either way, right? we were very like, you know, we had very clear rules, you know, don't do that, share, discipline, all of that. Soon as he picked, like, he had a thing for picking on the other kids. Soon as like that happened, immediately she was straight on, don't you dare discipline my baby boy. And I'm like, honey, he's like 14. Honey, he's like 15. Like, listen, everyone follows the rules here. Don't you dare discipline my child. And I'm like, I just told him he had to, like, okay, I had one encounter. My one encounter. It was that there was a PlayStation. Another kid was playing it. He tried to snatch the controller. I said, nah, you just wait for the other person to be done. They've been here like 2 minutes, right? Other kid done. And immediately she was like, don't you do that. And I'm like, I'm gonna get my supervisor. And that was my one encounter. And I'm like, I don't want to go near her again. But no, respite care was one of the most rewarding things I ever did. Like, occasionally there's like one bad apple in like, and it's normally almost always like on one of the parents where like they try not to let you do your job. But when you turn around and like are able to genuinely help people like that, it's one of the things I'm genuinely quite proud of. I wish I was able to do it longer, but the company ended up collapsing, which was fair, to be honest. The back end was very, very messy. I wanted to teach, did student teaching, hated it, never wanted to work on education again. Oh, and getting sick like 3 times in a row. Oh yeah, no, working with students is just a quick way to get ill. They're little balls of bacteria. I swear, kids are just little balls of bacteria, all right? They're crazy, all right? If you want a robust immune system, work with children, because those things are just germs. They're germs. I don't know where they came from. They're made of rubber. They're like, oh, what is wrong with them? They're balls of bacteria. I agree. Lord of the Flies flashback. Honestly, they are. Like, where? Like, I'm like, okay, what? They're like snotty, gooey creatures of the abyss. Isn't it? I lost track of all the times I ended up with mutated illnesses from working with kids. I love the kids, hate the job. Right? I'm telling you, they're walking pathogens. I don't even turn around, and I don't go near my cousins. Okay, my little cousins, my little baby cousins. I have little baby cousins. When I was in the underworld, I had little baby cousins. Babysitting? Nah. Keeping an eye on them? Nah. Going near them? Nah. Take them to the shops? Nah. But go do that thing? Nah. No. I value my health. Okay. I value my health. Okay. No. Okay. As someone with a 7-year-old cousin, Zanny is right. Right. Okay. So I watched my little cousin like one time, and he had to go to like A&E afterwards. So like that's not how it sounds. He jumped up. Okay. So like he turned around. He was like 12 years old, 11 years old, right? He was like 11 years old. And he turned around and he was like jumping on like he was jumping on one of the sofas up and down, right? And they asked me to keep an eye on him for 5 minutes. And I was like, stop jumping on the sofa. And he's like, no. And I'm like, look, because his mother was always like, it was the little shit that like turned around and his mother kept enabling him. I mentioned him like on Tuesday, I think. It was the little shit whose mother kept turning around and being like, oh no, like I refuse to discipline my child. If he plays up in the shops, I'll buy him a toy to get him to behave. That one, right? He was like 11 and he was like jumping on the couch, and I was like, stop doing that, right? And he was like, no, I'm not going to. And I'm like, listen, I'm not going to stop you, but if you hurt yourself, don't come to me, right? I said that. And he kept bouncing, and he ended up bouncing himself off and into a coffee table, and he like ended up needing stitches. Not many, just like 3, 4. But I was like, well, what did you want me to do? What was I going to do? Cause she was like, nah, just don't do anything. I'm like, well, I said, get down from there, you'll hurt yourself. He said, no, the heck you. And I was like, all right, if you hurt yourself though, that's not on me. Oh damn, it's happened to me. I accidentally had something similar like that too, right? Right. Told you so, right? Like, I don't think, because like, what was I meant to do? Was I meant to get up and drag him off the sofa? Was I meant to turn around and do that? I told him, I was like, your mother wouldn't be happy. And it's like, did his mother tell him not to do these things? And they were the same responses. Oh yeah, no. Mother probably would have bought him a toy to get him to get down. But yeah, no, I'm an evil little bastard. But even then, I'm like, not really your problem, right? I did the responsible thing. Darwinism at work. Darwinism at work, right? Okay, but like, I keep seeing videos on my Twitter timeline of like Darwinism at work. And I'm like, you know, could be worse. Like I read, what was it? I saw like an article of someone who was like who climbed over like an electric, like do not enter high voltage to like twerk on one of the like electric generators and ended up blowing themselves up. And I'm like, you know, that sucks, but like it said, don't enter high voltage. Ouch. Right. I saw that. Right. I saw that and I was like, oh, that's sad. But also, we have this thing where, if I might depict a graph to you, on the y-axis, we have fuck around. On the x-axis, we have find out. You'll notice that on the y-axis and the x-axis, you can see directly in the middle point of our graph, there is a particular point where the two may coincide for any particular given action. Thus, is how much you must fuck around before you find out. Henceforth, the sooner you find out, the less you have to fuck around. However, the further you get along, where the find out ratio is higher, it is more likely that the fuck around will be punished more heavily. Henceforth, there you go. Try not to fuck around too hard and you won't find out as badly. That's my lesson. I've become a math professor after... Is that math? Is that math? Oh, goodness. I'm going to stretch. Oh, my goodness. Why am I sore from the gym? Why? No more 65 kg crunches. No more. Haha! Your channel's beautiful and I'm a new subscriber. Welcome. It's lovely to have you here. I'm glad you think so. It's me being a wonderful, delightful mess. Let's go. I walked in and immediately got what he was talking about. Like, what the heck, lol? Right? Hey, you were destined to be here. For sure. Welcome back. Oh yeah, gym updates. Gym updates. What can I tell you about my gym updates? Let me see. I haven't been able to go as much the last couple of weeks. I've only been going twice a week. And the humidity's made it so that my max lifts aren't where they should be. My white blood cell count is down. But overall, I'm now shifting 200-pound lifts like every time, 205, 200, 205. It's getting to the point where like they're becoming easier now, and like, and what else? Like I'm taking like 180 as my base now. 180 pounds is just like my base for any type of upper body lifts now, or just like chest presses, butterflies, reverse flies, anything like that. I just sort of go 180 now. Let me see. I'm working on my shoulders more. I'm doing like, what would that be? I'm doing like, what would 50 kg be? Like 150 pounds on my shoulders for pull downs. I'm trying to work like the little muscles between like the front of your shoulders and like your chest, the little muscles just on the front there. I'm trying to like work those up a little bit, but I'm trying to take it slow on those because I'm always really cautious with my arms because my arms are the one place I've ever torn a muscle, like through working out, and it was my tricep, and I've actually partially torn my tricep once before. And it was years and years and years ago, and it was stupid and 1,000,000% my own fault. But it would have been about 3-ish years ago, 3.5 years ago. I partially tore my tricep because I was on a bench and I was lifting, and I was just doing regular, like, not deadlifts, but chest presses. 150 pounds. Yeah, I do like pull downs on my shoulders from like 150. But what's the word? I was like doing the little like chest presses, and what happened was I was so stupid. I was trying for a new PB on them, right? This was me like 3-4 years ago. I think it must have been about 4. And I was being very stupid because I was trying for a new personal best. And I was so hyped up about trying for a new personal best. I forgot to put the clips on the weight rack to secure the weights either side when I was lifting. And what happened was I was going for the lift, and I was going up and up and up and up and up. And what happened was I realized that I didn't realize till one of the weights started sliding that my form was uneven, and one set of the weights, like 2 of the weights pulled off, and then the weight suddenly shifted to the other side, and I tried to catch it. Thinking about it, I should have just dropped the weights, but I tried to catch it, and I remember looking, like it was the time slows down thing, where I was looking at my tricep, and because of like the way that the weight twisted, because all the weights were still there on the other side, but all of the weight was like shifted. I remember looking at my tricep and like the back of my arm and just the muscles being tense, and then literally seeing like a dent open up like in real time. It was like someone had just made a dent in my arm, and I was like, and I just remember this like hot searing pain. And the next thing I did, that was what made me drop the weights. And right, I don't know if it was like a partial or a full or something like that, but there was like a dent in my arm for like a few days after that, like not a few days, a few weeks after that, and I got told, like, because I had to have it looked at, I flipped the fuck out because like, oh my fucking god. And pretty much I got told that I needed to rest the entire arm. If I'd held onto it, I would have like completely fucked up the muscle, but it was only a partial as opposed to like a full tear. And I remember I had to like rest the arm for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, to the point where like it must have been a couple of months. But when it was back, it was like it had filled in a little bit. Like it had filled in, and over time it was just like nothing. And then I started getting back into the gym, you know? Oh, love your drinking. So I just finished an off party, so I'm feeling a little tipsy. Hey, congratulations. Cheers. I'm drinking too. come join me. That sounds so painful. It was. Ever since then, though, I've always double and triple checked my clips. Triple checked. And I'm lifting way heavier than I was then. Way heavier. Way heavier. Like, way. Using the stairs with a torn leg. Oh, I've never torn a leg muscle, thank goodness. But no, I can't imagine what. Like, the thing is, right? It was weird because it was like a little impression on there, and I was like, ooh, you know, lesson learned. That was my biggest gym sin. That was me. That was the stupidest thing I ever did at the gym. I'd have sworn off the gym forever after that. I did like fully swear off it for like 6 to 8 months. I didn't touch it. I didn't do anything. I was like, I'm gonna hurt myself again. And then I started getting back into it because I realized I was like out of shape again, and I was like, I don't like this. I want to get back to where I was. I want to look more defined again. I want to have like that like nice upper build. So yeah. But yeah, no, triceps, working on those. Trying not to work them too much. I do like a lot of arm stuff, but not too much. Again, I'm sort of just in a nice holding passion. I spend like... Okay, so like a couple of people mentioned, like I jumped from 190 to 205 really fast. I'm not even gonna lie. I spend like $100 a month on just supplements for the gym. Like, not even gonna lie. No, I can't even lie about that. Like, it's my biggest shame. Between the creatine, the protein powder, the protein bars, what's it called? The collagen, the everything. Probably just under $100 a month. I spend on like a couple of supplements for the gym. It's like one of my little guilty pleasures, which when you think of it, right, that's only $25 a week that I do. The supers go to making me buffer. Yes. The supers go to supplements. I mean, it's not like a crazy thing, and it's probably like a little less than that, because quite often like the creatine will last like a month and a half, you know, whatever. But not the girl maths, honey, right? Right. But yeah, no, I probably like, I do actually set like a little bit aside. 100 is like the most, but like I do probably set like a little bit aside with just everything. Actually, that, like, I want to say, I don't know. I would consider, like, I do stuff quite cheaply because I make a lot of stuff at home. Okay, so my cheat code for the gym is I actually meal prep and I make a lot of stuff at home. I used to know a guy that would spend a lot on like protein powder and protein shakes and protein this and protein that. But overall, I usually stick to just like protein powder, creatine, and then maybe some collagen if I really need to. And I blame but even then I'm using like less and less of the supplements. Oh wait, protein powder? Yeah, I have some like whey cookie flavored protein powder, which I love using. I really love using cookie flavored. Really. I also like treat myself a bit because like I know I could, okay, so like I could be like super like gym rat hella lean thing, right? And like I could, but like I find the diet too restrictive. Like I like my orange juice. I like oranges. I like my sugars. I like my carbs. I don't want to. What's your take on protein powder while not working out? Still do it. Still think it's good. I still think it's good to take. I think that. All right. All right, I'm gonna Okay. I've got a conspiracy theory. And you're going into Zanny conspiracy theory zone now, right? But stick with me here. Okay? Stick with me. The FDA, the Food and Drug Association, right? The people who like say how much you should have in your diet, right? What they say the recommended amount of protein is for a man and a woman, I think is deliberately a vast understatement of how much you should have daily in your diet, because of the fact, right, that I think that all of the math on like food packaging, I think all of the math on food packaging, I think all of the math on recommended daily nutrient and protein allowances that are generalized for people in the population that governments do are off by a huge factor. I think they're off by a huge factor, and I think that they make sweeping statements about stuff and they like default go for the lowest, right? Because like they turn around and they say how many calories roughly like a man and a woman should have, right? But the thing is, the amount they've suggested has crept up and down over the last like 10 years so much. Because when I was a kid, they were like, men need 2,000 calories, women need 1,500. There you go, right? Now they're like, men need 2,500, women need 2,000, right? But they also turn around and they don't have a complete understanding of food science. I don't think anyone in a government has any real understanding of food science. Every single person is different, right? And it's like people who get appointed to the Minister of Food or the Minister of Health, fuck do they know? Fuck do they know about what I'm putting in my body? Fuck do they know what's healthy for me? They don't, okay? Right? What do they know? They make blanket statements, right? And it's not just that. I'm gonna so get bonked. It's not just that. There are special interest groups as well that are also compounding the problem, because if a government was backed by Super Cola, I'm gonna do some air emphases. Super Cola, right? If I own Super Cola and I choose to sponsor one group or one party or whoever to get into government, and I put $10 million behind them and say, you get in, but when you do, you get your Minister of Health to say, Super Cola is good for you. Drink Super Cola, right? They're gonna do it, right? They're gonna do it. So why would I trust what you're telling me about my health when your reasoning can be bought by an outside party? Why would I trust someone who's not me about... You're not me and you're not my doctor. Why do I need to... Sorry. Yep, no. There I go. Look, I'm in every aspect of the human and demon condition. I am for people turning around and being like, guess what? Your body is yours. Do what the fuck you want with it. My body is mine. Do what the fuck you want with it. I won't tell you what to eat. You won't tell me what to do. You do you. I do me. If it works, it works. There might be general advice that can be given, right? But, like, hell no. But like, my business ends like where my skin is, you know? Fuck yeah. There you go. Those are my words. Preach, Zanny. There you go. Those are my words. Those are my words. But yeah, no, I just think that being intuitive with your food is probably the best thing, as opposed to like going with what one group or another says, you know? Remember to drink water. Oh, I've got water here. I drank it all, but it is here. Spicy. Fancy. I was so sad about that game. The little misfortune. I figured out the ending twist early. I was so sad. I was so sad. She deserved better. The world was terrible and she deserved better. She deserved better. Oh, you did. You did? I can't believe you got it so fast. It was so sad. I watched the VOD like 5 times. Right. She was so sweet. She deserved better. The world deserved to give her more. Okay? I want to adopt her, but like, she's not over here. She's over there. She's hanging out with Benjamin. I hope they worked together to help things. I hope they did. They better have. I wanted them to become like a little duo. Like her and Benjamin taking down the parasites together. I wanted that. I wanted to go in fancy. Wait, what are we talking about? I played Little Misfortune earlier this week, and it made me sad. and now I'm here. Oh goodness. 𝓂𝓸𝓾𝓻, thank you for the re-up. Let's go, member for 1 month. Looking good. Grumpy old demon Zanny. First he's angry at some streamer's bad attitude, and now the government's suggestion about how people should eat. Yes. It's literally, it's the, it was back when The Simpsons used to be funny. There was like a little newspaper article in The Simpsons where it was like, breaking news, old man yells at clouds. That's me. I'm the old man yelling at clouds. It was like 10 years ago when The Simpsons was funny. Maybe 15. Hey, little wolf. What's up, Paparino? Thank you for the 5 gifted members. Let's go. Thank you very, very much. Oh, thank you, Paparino. Thank you. Oh, I remember that, yeah? Right? Mwah. There you go, Wolfie. Oh, no, I remember that. I don't know when The Simpsons became unfunny. I know that it did. I'm pretty sure it was 20 years ago. 20 years ago. Yeah, that'd be 2004. They did get the movie, though. The movie was funny. Paparino's Paparino's a sweetie. Seriously, I feel like there was like a period where I want to say it was, and again, no shade to her. She did her damnedest, but I feel like there was like a pre-Lady Gaga Simpsons and a post-Lady Gaga Simpsons. Like, you know the episode where they brought her on as a guest? Like, it felt like that was the one. It felt like that was where it made the jump from being like funny to unfunny. Hey, Mochimi, thank you for the gifted member. Let's go. Thank you, Mochimi, the infamous Netherling. Lady Gaga suddenly? Like, don't get me wrong, I love Lady Gaga. I think she's great, right? I think she's really, really great. Like she's really creative. But she was like a guest on one of the episodes, and she was just there for some reason. And like, I don't know why, but it was after she appeared, everything just started going downhill. Right? Right? I don't know. I don't know, she's chill. Yeah, she cried diamonds that yes! That was a throwback. She cried diamonds that episode. She did. Oh goodness. But she was like a robot as well. Good drink. Meanwhile, right? Meanwhile, we're currently in the Katy Perry fall off era. Ned Flanders, that'd be simply from in 2024, right? I'm happy I never watched The Simpsons. You didn't miss much. What's the word you keep saying that sounds like pepperoni? Pepperino? Oh, that's one of the chatters. That's one of my chatters. I call them pepperino for short. It's like a dog, like a puppy cappuccino, like a pepperino. Cause I know that like some coffee chains, you can ask for one of those, and they literally like just fill a little cup up with whipped cream, and they give it to you if you've got a dog as like a little treat for the dog. You can just ask for that. I know that some of them do that, and it's really, I think it's a really cute thing that some places do. And I just go pepperino because like it's not a puppuccino, but it's like, you know, it's like my version. Hell. Cute, right? Very cute. Very cute. I'm adorable. Plus, I nickname. I'm infamous for nicknaming my chat. It sounds silly, but it lets me feel closer to you. It's silly, but it lets me feel closer to you. I like nicknaming I like nicknaming all of you, and it's really nice because it feels like I get to be closer to you, and it lets me show that there is that little personal, you know, piece with everything. And you know, it's not my way of playing favorites. I don't play favorites. I love you all. You know, it's just sometimes it happens like it happens like organically in the moment, or maybe I'll be like freaking out about something and something will come out, or like it'll just happen, right? But if you haven't got one yet, you'll get one eventually, trust me. Sometimes they just come out of my mouth. I have such little control over what I say from 1 minute to another. Mochimi, the infamous Netherling, thank you very much for the gifted member. Thank you. Much appreciated, Mochimi. No, it'll happen at some point. And hey, Aurora, what is up with the hearts? Look at the hearts. Welcome to the Netherbrand. Lovely to have you here. Get comfy, get cozy, because we've got places to go and people to see. And by people to see, I mean all of you. I'm pretty sure that's one of the things we love about you, Zanny. Oh, you. No, it just sort of happens. Either that or I just relentlessly tease you. It's one option or another, you know? Hands up if you're the victim of relentless teasing by Zander Netherbrand. There's a support group coming, I'm sure. It happens like Taskbar and Akachaka. My own idiocy created Taskbar and Akachaka. The task where's the support group? I'm pretty sure there's a server. Support group when you need it. No, for those who don't know the story of Akachaka, before I debuted, I didn't know any of like the Japanese words for anything in VTubing. I knew none, right? I didn't know Tsukaru, I didn't know Akatsuba, like I couldn't remember that. I'm normal. I'm a normie. So my brain would like change the names of things and they'd like bleed together into other things, right? and it would be stuff like I'd be in meetings and the Dark Overlords would go, so we think you're a very natural fit for, you know, lots of different content when you debut. And I'm like, yeah, no, I agree. You know, I think I can do a lot. But I've got variety. Like, yeah, we think that you might be a good fit for Zetsudan streams. And I'm like, yes, I could definitely see myself doing Zetsugas. And I could see myself doing Zetsugas, indeed. I went through a whole meeting calling Zatsudans Zetsugas, right? Because I turned them into the fucking thing from Bleach. I turned them into the name of the things from Bleach. I confused them with the sword things from Bleach. So I did a whole meeting trying to, like, fake it. Because I didn't know anything. I was like, it's the most white thing I've heard a VTuber say. I didn't know anything when I was coming. I knew nothing. I was just trying to be confident and fake it till I made it in meetings. Hey, and Aki, thank you very much for another month at Club Netherbrand. Hooray for 1 month. Keep being awesome and extremely funny. Why, thank you. I'm glad someone thinks I am. And Heather, thank you very much for the rose. And thank you for the 5th ever super on a live stream. Thank you very much. Mwah, there you go. I'm a nerd, but the wrong flavor of nerd. Exactly. So the other boys were trying to teach me terminology in, like, the chat, and they were like, you know, I was like, okay, so what do I need to know? And they were like, I was like, what's the TSKR that I see in other people's chats? And like, Tuscaru, and I'm like, Tuscaru. I'm like, yeah, I'm like it means like, oh, that's cute. I'm like, okay, I can remember that. Didn't last. Did a Minecraft stream. People started putting that in the chat. I forgot what it was. I was like, I don't remember. What is that? To taskbar. I'm like, oh no. So that was a moment which has been caught on film forever. And as for the 𝓂𝓾𝓻, I guess we're gonna call Zatsudan Zetsugas now. No take backs. Togi Wogi, thank you for the super. Much appreciated. Obviously, me and my Zetsugas. And Nimozini! What's up, Nimozini? You little menace. Thank you very much for the little kiss. Thank you. Mwah. There you go. And 𝓂𝓾𝓻 was just me not being able to remember the whole name. I knew Aka, and then they were like, and I just couldn't remember the second half, so I was like, okay, 𝓂𝓾𝓻. And I got warned against saying it. I actually fully got warned against, like, saying it. I got, like, pulled to one side, and they were like, you need to be careful. And I'm like, why? Because I'm like, they're like, you don't know, like, much. And I'm like, no, I don't. They're like, you need to be really careful, because, like, people might find your lack of knowledge, like, kind of disrespectful. And I'm like, they will? And that was like, and I was like, for real? And they were like, yeah, you need to be, like, kind of, like, if you're like saying, like, taskbar, like, 𝓂𝓾𝓻, like, some people might take that the wrong way. And I remember I was so nervous the first, like, month. I was trying so hard to play into, like, knowing things, right? Let me finish this one. Let me go, yeah. So I was trying so hard to, like, play in, right? And then I realized I was like, I don't know what happened, right? But I think it was like, my Yoshi's a normie for real. I think it was because of the fact that, like, there was, like, some rocky stuff around my debut, and a little stuff around, like, pre-debut, a little bit post, and something clicked in my brain, right? Where I went, this isn't working for me. Trying to, like, play up to this and try and be this thing, which I'm so clearly not, isn't working for me. Fuck it on me, let's go. And then it was just, 𝓂𝓾𝓻 taskbar. Who loves it? Oh, we're gonna go do a Zetsuga stream. Oh yeah, Naruto Yagami is my favorite character from Tokyo Bleach. Like, Like, don't you love it? Mm. Right, go big or go home. Be yourself, because no one's going to turn around and help. Naruto Yagami from Tokyo Bleach? Yeah. Hell yeah. Just hearing that you drew the most visceral reaction is funny. Right. 3 months happy to be here. Calf, I'm happy you're here. Get cozy. Happy to be here with y'all. Mwah. Right? I still do a really good Light Yagami impression. I do a really good okay. I might be normie, but I do a really good Light Yagami impression. Some of you have heard this before. But I do a really good Light Yagami impression. Really good. Let me Where's you know what? I'm gonna have to just do this with like a bit of a dry throat. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Elle, you fool. You didn't realize it. But the answer was staring you in the face the whole time. You were so determined to track down Kira that you didn't see it. Light Yagami. It's an anagram for I'm gay. So yeah, that's it. I think that's a perfect impression of Light from Yagami's an egg for I'm gay. Yagami. I'm surprised how few people realize that Yagami is literally an anagram for I'm gay. Like, look at it. Look at it. Like, it's like, me, right? Look at it. Like, it's literally I'm gay. It's I'm a gay. Like, that's like an ancient meme, Zanny. 2009 DeviantArt. I don't care. What the hell? I didn't know. Right? So I wasn't expecting the last part. It's been a joke for years. All right, but try and turn around and tell me that there isn't like. Try and tell me, right? Tell me that Light doesn't have something going on with Elle. Because no way in hell does he have Mika, I don't know. She has a name like something that fucking Jar Jar Binks would say. But how does he have a girlfriend and be that interested in like the dude trying to hunt him? Right? Like how did she's literally a pop star. She's literally a pop star. This dude has a pop star girlfriend and spends more time brooding over this other dude than like hanging out with his famous influencer pop star girlfriend. Like, what's wrong with him? Like, he can't be that deep in the hole. Like, he must be in a mental hole, but he can't be that deep. The girlfriend part of the front are disguised to make him look casual, guy. Right! It's a front, but like, dude. She's like there ready to die for him. She sacrifices half her life just to just to be helpful. Don't blame him, she was kind of annoying. Look, okay, I don't know. I don't know. He was just like Elle was one of my top 5 husbandos. I don't know. I don't think L could be a top 5 husbando for me. He can't even sit right. Maybe he's into enemies to lovers. True, true. Right, she was loyal. She was like, loyalty buys a lot of points. I feel bad for, like, oh, like, right. You know what? The reason he had it down, the whole reason of his downfall in the end was the fact that he couldn't trust her to do something important when she was perfectly able to. Like, that was the whole reason. If he just trusted her and realized that, like, there is no plan with her, she's ride or die. Who did I like in Death Note? Ryuk. Ryuk. I like Ryuk. Ryuk's great. He's great. He doesn't give a damn about anything. He's like, I don't care. Do your thing. I don't care. He was great. He was great. The thing is, I always love characters that are just sort of kicked back and just like, meh, you know? The ones who are involved in the plot, but like, there. More apples. Exactly. Favorite husbandos. Oh, that's difficult to pin down. Oh, that's really... There's too many. I just have a harem. Ryuk's a menace, but we love him for it. We do. We do. We do. We love Ryuk. That's... favorite Pokemon? Gengar. I love Gengar. Purple dude. I wanted to get him tattooed. For sure. I wanted to get a little Gengar. I love Gengar. He's my fave. Best purple boy. I have where is it? I don't have it here, but I have a little chain with Gengar on. That's so you coded right. I bought the chain like 5 years ago, but I bought like a little chain with Gengar on, because like it was just a little it was like a little what's it called? Like one of the little like neck ones. It's cute as heck. But it was a little Gengar, and I wanted one, and I got it as a little present to me. And I got it on the cheap, so that's always nice. I love jewelry with Pokemons on. Oh, and while I was in Japan, I tried to get a Gengar from one of the capsule machines, and I didn't get it. I got a Spheal instead, but I still put it on my jacket. I was always meant to be purple. I've always been purple. Purple's always been my color. Purple's always been my color. Here, in the past, before that, a lifetime ago, purple's always been my color. I'm gonna get bombed for that. But yeah, no, purple's always been my color. Always, always, always. The normie with a Pokemon tattoo. Yeah, I didn't know if I wanted like because like on one hand I like Pokemon, but then I'm like, is getting a Pokemon tattoo too consumerist, you know? Or would it be like better to turn around and just get a koala? Purple, my beloved. I love purple. Purple's really good. You're a very purple pink boy. It fits you. Yeah, I like pink as well. I wear pink a lot. I like pink. Pink is good. Who cares? Get both. I love my koala. I haven't got him yet, but I want to get him. Hopefully I can get him soon. Again, it's the struggle of finding... We're back to where we were like 2.5 hours ago. The struggle to find a decent tattoo artist. Oh. I miss my guy. What was his name? Oscar? It was Oscar. Oscar did my first tattoo. I almost said Octavio. I wouldn't trust Octavio with a tattoo needle near me. I would not trust Tavi to tattoo me. You know what? Off collab. Off collab, I pick a VTuber and they tattoo me. Off collab, I pick a random VTuber, give them a tattoo gun, and tell them to tattoo me. And we just stream that. Who's Oscar? He's a random tattoo artist that I got when I was living in another city. Zanny. Maybe Tavi has a hidden talent. Right! No, that's content. I'm gonna ask the Dark Overlords. I buy a tattoo kit. I get some random VTuber to tattoo me. And we see what goes wrong. Never pick it. No, I give them like a pre-existing design. Do not ask. No. I feel like I could make that work. Letting Tavi tattoo is a quick way to wake up with your kidneys missing. Yeah. Man. The more people say stuff like that, the more I'm like, I shouldn't have accepted his invite. Before, I'm doing good. Before I was like, oh, I want an actual tattoo. Well, yeah, there's like getting a tattoo because you love it, and then getting it because it's funny. Maybe I'll just get it on my leg or somewhere I can cover up, you know? Off collab with Nick or Fred for a tattoo. Right, just get one of them to do it. I trust. You know, I trust. I feel like both of them would be good at drawing. So that obviously translates into giving humans tattoos. No, please don't say this. I'm joking. I'm not going to get a VTuber to tattoo me, okay? Listen, I mean this... I mean this in the nicest way. But I do not trust it. I would not trust a VTuber to tattoo me in any stretch of the imagination. You're teasing me, love it. Yes, I know. I go back and forth. I threaten these things. VTuber art telephone, but nobody knows they're actually designing a tattoo. Fred would have put something cursed. Fred would have put something cursed. He would probably like, I don't know. I'd probably get like, it would either be something cursed or I'd get like a tattoo that ended up being like an in-depth exploration of like, I don't know, EVE Online, the casino war, you know, something like there. But yeah, no, that's a silly little idea. Oh, I forgot today was a duo day. It's all good. We love duo days. I got my cute little crown. Wait. The alcohol made me a little sleepy. Wait, I'm okay. I'm okay. We still got a little bit before we wind down. We still got a little bit. I still got time. There we go. Oh. EP. Yeah, no, vodka makes me EP. I need to like find something that's not vodka so I be less EP. How many screwdrivers have I had? Let me check how much of the bottle is still there. It's more than last time. I've drank less than last time. Had just over 100 milliliters of vodka at 28%. That's not much, is it? Just over 100 milliliters of vodka at 28%. That feels like a decent amount. That doesn't feel like a lot. That's normal. Right. Are you drunk? I'm buzzed, but I'm not like last time. I'm not going to start yelling about how Jacob was spawn camping Bella. Right? I'm not at the point where I'm going to start yelling about Twilight. Don't get me wrong. That one was so good though. Okay, let me say, speaking of clips and you cheeky bastards, right? Because I know all of you are cheeky bastards. I love you for it. Spawn camping. So I saw the cooking stream, right? The clips from that. And like, and I saw someone had clipped me doing like a little dance in the corner of the screen when I was goofing around. And I don't know why in like a day and a half it got 20,000 views. I don't know why 20,000 people watched that in a day and a half. What were you guys doing? Like 20,000. For like me and my feet, my shoes in the corner of the screen. The polo shoes are very cute, right? Brain rot. Brain rot. Brain rot, adorbs. I did a baking stream. I goofed around for like 2 hours, and then it was like, cool. At least it wasn't the clip when you were gripping the table. I mean, some of you shared that. Okay. I'm gonna say this. When I go on Twitter and I see a clip of me that someone's posted to hashtag like nether clips, and I see quote retweets, right? And I click on the quote retweet button, it'll have like 17 quote retweets. And I've seen this before, and I'm just saying, you're not slick. I'll click on the quote retweet button, right? And I'll only see 3 quote retweets on there, right? Right? And that means that there's like 9, 8 that have privated what they said in response to what they've seen. And I know that that's some degenerate shit that you've said. And Jay John, thank you for the super. Seeing people happy while cooking is just too wholesome. Fair, very true. Mwah. Much appreciated. I was really happy. Those tweets won't see the light of day. No, you're cool. I see it and I'm like, these numbers aren't numbering. And I had to look up like, oh, because it's happened with my posts before where I don't see the where they've been quoted to. And I'm like, oh, what's this? And it's like, oh, it's apparently a thing where they can be like privated so that you can't see what's been said. And I'm like, oh. And I'm like, well, my netherlings would never hide anything from me. They're fine. Unless right hands off the books, boss. The private account thoughts must stay locked away. I'd never even used Twitter until I got this FSP thing. I'd never done that. I'd never even. I'd never used it before, actually. I'd used Facebook. I'd used Facebook and Instagram, and that's it. I didn't like social media and YouTube, but that doesn't count. Except for like, I remember, what was it? I remember being on Facebook before it was Meta. Facebook, are you my mother? I'm still on Facebook. I'm still part of groups on Facebook. I'm still part of like several groups on Facebook, right? Which I have joined just to laugh at, right? I am part of several groups there, right? I'll have you know that, I'll have you know I'll have you know, I'm an integral part of, what was it? It was something like, I am an integral part of, what is it? I've, West Hamlet mothers against pit bulls and tattoos. Or something like that. I'm in so many, I'm in like, okay, so this is a guilty pleasure of mine. I join like Facebook groups, but like Karen Facebook groups, specifically like Karen Facebook groups, okay? And they're like, you know, like I said, like, West Hamlet mothers against pit bulls and tattoos or stuff like that, right? I join those, okay? Because you will see the most insane tea in there, right? I sit there and I watch the drama. I can scroll on my Facebook timeline and I can see some woman named Felicity turn around and go, has anyone seen my husband Frank? He left his golf bag behind today. I'm not sure if he's seeing that skank that I know he's been spending time with. Like, there's stuff like that there. Or they'll turn around and they'll be like, this gentleman did not pick up his dog waste when he was walking in the path until I pointed it out to him. And when I pointed it out to him, he picked it up and put it in the incorrect bin. Here's a photo of him. He should be killed. And I'm like, ooh, oh. What's this? What's this? What's this? Right? Or there's the crazy ones where it's like, sometimes I look at people with tattoos and I feel sorry for them. But then I remember I won't have to for long because the rapture's coming. I'm like, what? What? Like, I'm a part of some crazy ones. I'm a part of some crazy ones. Like, the last one is a quote. The last one's a quote. How do you get approved to join? They get you to fill in a questionnaire at the very beginning. And what I do is I turn around and I say I'm the son of someone. Okay, so I either turn around, there's two ways I do it. I either join and I say that I'm not like from the local, if it's a local area one, I say I'm not from the immediate local area, but I'm passionate about keeping like the areas adjacent to my home, like, you know, clean, or I'm passionate about their cause because it's adjacent to where I live, because I don't have my thing there, right? And other times they just won't care. Other times they'll just turn around and be like, you know, Zanny, you are actually mental joining a group like that. Oh no, it's not my personal account. Never my personal account. I don't have one Facebook. I have like 3. Never. Personal account. Never. But no, it's like those crazy ones. Who else do I follow? Like, no, I'm not letting Karens know who I am. Like, listen, Zander Netherbrand needs his space. It makes it funny that you have multiple. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Gotta spy on the people who I went to college with, on high school with, that blocked me one way or another. Right? Like, I've got to see. Because sometimes I turn around and I'm like, she was really mean to me during high school. I'm really glad that her boyfriend left her. Like sometimes I'll like check something like that and I'll be like, I'm the biggest hater. I am the biggest hater. I've literally had moments where I'm like, she gossiped about me after I left for college. I'm glad her marriage broke down. Like, I know it's like, you're so real for that, right? Right? That's some, because I never do anything. I just watch from the sidelines, and I'm like, that's fine. You're so petty. I am. I've never denied being petty. I'm really petty. I'm really petty. Like, I'm so petty. I'm infamously petty. Like, I will literally, like, I can be provoked into being petty so easily. So easily. I'm literally like, I will be like, oh, what's going on here? I'm like, oh, interesting. Right? Right, you can just be like, oh, I'm glad. Oh, but don't get me wrong. I also have the complete opposite as well. I had the complete opposite where I'm like, oh, the nice lesbian that stood up for me in that big fight, that made sure I didn't get screwed over on the projects getting married. She's engaged, good for her. I should just drop a like on this so she knows I'm still keeping an eye on her. Or like, I'll turn around and be like, oh, she had a kid, good for her. Like, I'll be like, oh, congratulations. Or like, I'll be like, oh, you know, her husband broke up with her, but she's doing good raising the kid on her own, you know? This other one, I'm like, good for her, good for her. I'll send her a message sometime to make sure she's okay. Or like, you know, there'll be like a dude and I'll be like, oh, I'm glad he's still in his band. You know, I'm glad he's still got his band. They're not going to make the top 10, but I'm glad that he's still got that, you know? It's the duality of Zander Netherbrand. Exactly. But on that note, thank you all for coming out to tonight's stream. We've polished off half this bottle, Kampai, with this. And I've had a lovely time. So, until the next, I will be back tomorrow with both draw and guess and something. I'm not sure what. It's something. Let me see. Pet Shop Simulator. I'm smart. We'll be back tomorrow with both Pet Shop Simulator and draw and guess for the Netherbranded. So until then, thank you all for coming out. You've all been an absolute blessing. And until the next, bye-bye for now, my sweet Netherlings. Mwah. See you in your dreams.